Why you stupid ass popping willies?
What's up? Welcome back to Comedy Commentary. Today on the channel we are talking about John Mulaney and Pete Davidson. Now, what am I going to be talking about? Well, as the title suggests, it's going to be comparing the two jokes about airlines. John Mulaney talking about fucking Delta, and Pete Davidson talking about Cape Air. Now, which one is funnier? Which guy had better stage presence? All that shit is going to be talked about in this video. First on the list, we're going to discuss John Mulaney's. So I'm going to play the clip. You guys are going to watch it and then decide for yourself what you think of the joke. For me, I'm going to be honest before you guys see it, I didn't find it that funny. Didn't even make a lot of sense to me, but maybe it's because I don't travel a lot. So if you do, maybe you understand it. Check it out.
Like I travel alone sometimes, and I'll put up with anything. Like I'll book a ticket on some garbage airline. I don't want to name an actual airline, so let's just make one up. Let's call it like Delta Airlines. So I'll book a ticket on Delta Airlines. And I'll show up at the airport. And I go, can I get on the plane now, please? And they go, no, it's delayed 9 hours. And I go, okay. And then I go to the bathroom. And then I come out of the bathroom and I go, any updates? And they go, yeah, we took off while you were in the bathroom because we hate you. Now take this meal voucher that doesn't work. Go, fetch. And I go, okay. And I go over to the Wolfgang Puck Express and I go, can I have a sandwich, please? And they go, no. And I go, okay. And they go, you're a little fat girl, aren't you? And I go, no. And they go, say it. And I go, I'm a little fat girl. And then I go over to the Delta Help Desk, which is an oxymoron, and I go, can I please go home on an airplane? And they go, no. In fact, we're going to frame you for murder. And you're going to go to jail for 30 years. And I go, why are you doing this to me? And they go, because we're Delta Airlines, and life is a fucking nightmare. But with my girlfriend, she would just be like, let's see if Southwest has any flights. So it's better.
So he basically talked about how garbage Delta was. But he did it in a way so extreme that it just seemed like the only person it would be funny to is like a child or somebody who works at an airport or someone who travels a lot. To the average person, that doesn't really seem that funny. But what do you guys think? I'm just Comedy Commentary. Make sure you guys watch to the end of the video. And please subscribe to my channel. I know I'm doing this in the mid, but I gotta keep saying that or else no one's gonna do it. Now let's talk about Pete Davidson. So Pete Davidson, on his special SMD, talked about Cape Air, and this was one of the first things he talked about in his special, because he apparently flew Cape Air on the way to his special. Now, how accurate is this? I don't know, but let's see what he has to say.
We got a long week. I had to fly Cape Air. I don't know if anybody's ever flown Cape Air, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a Volvo that flies. It's a Volvo with wings. First thing, you pull up to the airport. I didn't even know it was the Cape Air airport because it looked like a post office. So I told the Uber driver, I was like, listen, I think we're at the post office. And he was like, no, this is the airport. And I was like, well, okay. First thing you do when you get in there, there's one lady working in the airport. And when I got in there, I was what the f***'s going on? And she was like, okay, weigh your carry-on. I was like, that seems normal. I've weighed my carry-on before. And she was like, now weigh your backpack. I was like, well, that's a little odd. I've never really weighed my backpack, but, maybe there's not a lot going on at Cape Air. Maybe she's just trying to get a good work in. Like, you know what I mean? So I weighed my backpack, and then she was like, now you. I was like, why do I have to be weighed? And she was like, well, we have to weigh everybody so we know where to sit you on the plane so it doesn't topple over. Because it's not like a regular plane. And I was like, did you just say regular plane? Why the f*** is that okay? It's terrifying. We walk to the plane. You could sit shotgun with the pilot. Like he's your buddy from college. The pilot was trying to give us a speech before. It was crazy. He was just like, all right, guys, before we take off on Cape Air, I just want to let you know pretty much the most important rule. You guys know how on a regular plane... I was like, what's with this f***ing regular plane thing? I was like, get a new spiel. It's like, when you're on a regular plane, they're like, turn your phones off, but you really don't have to turn your phone off. On this plane, turn your f***ing phones off. All right, everybody have a safe flight. All right.
Very funny, and it was a good special. Okay, stage presence. Obviously, both are pretty veteran comedians during this time, and they both looked very good. John Mulaney was looking good, even though I didn't find his stuff that funny, and Pete Davidson was also looking good for just being 22 years old. To put that in perspective, Comedy Commentary is only 21 years old, and I am far from having my own stand-up special, But you guys can change that if you just hit that damn sub button. So, whose joke was funnier? Obviously, I'm going to go with Pete Davidson because he said some stuff that just made sense, and it was pretty goofy, and it was pretty funny. John Mulaney just seemed like he was trying way too hard. Pete Davidson seemed like he doesn't give a fuck, and that made him sound better, talking about a shitty piece of shit airline that nobody ever wants to really fly. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Which joke do you like better, John's or Pete's? And let's have a discussion about this. I will see you guys in the next upload. Thank you and goodbye.
I got all the cash, I got all the bands now. She shaking her ass, I feel like the man now. Bitch, don't even ask, you can't get no handouts. Get no handouts, you know I stand out. I feel like she want it, I'm really ballin'. I'ma shoot you if you're talking, it's gonna cost him. I feel like the man now. Hit you, you the man.